What's going on, guys, and welcome to episode number 215 of Career Mode. And we start today's episode off against QPR at home. Here at the Stadium of Lights, as I've said many times, QPR are a bit of a solid mid-table team on the game, really. Of course, they have the money to spend, and they spend it well on the game. They spend it wisely, unlike what happened last season with Mark Hughes and Tony Fernandes. But anyway, we take on QPR here, and Sim crosses the ball in the first couple of minutes. QPR failed to deal with it. It falls to guess who? Felipe Marcano. Fantastic half volley after a nice touch by the Paraguayan playmaker, and it's a great finish as well. You know, he's got a pretty poor volley stat, a pretty poor finishing stat really, but as you've seen this season, it doesn't really matter because those stats lie basically. He's been very, very good at getting the goals, and he gets an assist here as well to Acaso. I did say a few episodes ago I'm pretty confident he's going to top one of those charts, either goals or assists. We could see Wakaso top the goals and Marcano top the assists. That would be very nice. And yeah, Wakaso made it 2-0 here, but Adel Taarabt, unfortunately, such an absolute god on this game. I love Taarabt on FIFA 13. Scores here, but he see a goal kick cleared up the pitch by QPR, and Manini, well, he couldn't stop Adel Taarabt, so he just decided to injure him instead. That was the philosophy of Cristiano Manini. If you can't stop him, injure him. So he takes Taarabt out of the game, and that makes sure that Taarabt's not going to be scoring any more goals, and we ensure we get the win, really. So if you can't stop him, injure them. That's a good philosophy by my captain there. But yeah, 2-1 victory over QPR, and good to get another win under the belt. Still undefeated. Don't want to jinx anything, but this may well be the season we complete one of the last, if not the last, aims of the series, and that is have an undefeated season in the league. So touch wood, my fingers are crossed. Here's hoping this can be the season where we have the undefeated season in the league, and I think that makes sense. But anyway, we take on QPR here. We take on Galatasaray here. Sorry, we took on QPR in the last game. We take on Galatasaray here in the Champions League, and of course Galatasaray, I would probably say the weakest out of the three sides really, between Valencia and Lille, the other two teams in our group. So I felt we'd get the win here in Turkey, and just 13 minutes in, Craig Gibson comes through here. Nice little step over before getting onto his left foot, and Gibson, absolute fantastic strike by my English central attacking midfielder. Really good strike into the back of the net, and yeah, good finish by Gibson. But just before half time, we wanted another goal, and Pinsoglio finds Gibson here. Gibson finds Yelen. Yelen finds Watamelio, who tries to find Wakaso, but it comes back to Watamelio. He eventually plays it through to Wakaso, and this is a lovely chip on the half volley over the goalkeeper into the back of the net, and yeah, the Ghana striker makes it 2-0 to Sunderland. But just after half-time, Galatasaray came through here. Turan down left-hand side, crosses it in. Lovely header here as well. I didn't think he was going to get to that, but he did. And Galatasaray managed to get themselves back into the game. But once again, it does finish 2-1. So it does only prove to be a consolation goal. But yeah, we take the win and another 3 points for the Champions League group, which is fantastic news for us. But anyway, guys, I just want to say real quick, sort of just get a bit sort of real life stuff here. You'll be watching this video on Saturday. There'll be a video up tomorrow. There's going to be no double uploads today. There will be a video up tomorrow, but then I'm not sure when the next video is going to be. I was planning to start a new series called Robbie's Road to 100. If you didn't watch my last episode of Our Squad, then basically I planned to start a new Ultimate Team series, a mini-series, but I made the first couple episodes. In fact, I was actually making the third episode when I realised that it just wasn't good enough, basically. So for those of you that have been asking me when's that series going to be coming out, it's not going to happen. You know, I spent the hours making it, and you know, trying my best and redoing the commentary and doing a bit more on the editing to try and enjoy it, but basically, for me, I always want to better myself, and I always want to put out the best, and if I'm not happy with what I've produced, then I'm not gonna follow through and upload it. So for those of you wondering where that series is, it's not going to be coming out. Maybe I'll do one for FIFA 14, but yeah, I just haven't been happy with it really, and yeah, it's not going to come out. And as for other videos, right now I'm just sort of losing motivation for stuff. So yeah, I mean, we should continue daily uploads. I would imagine there'll be a video on Monday, but if there isn't, Apologies, but there will be a video of career mode tomorrow, and yeah, I don't know when the next double upload will be, and we may see videos sort of stop being produced on a daily basis for the next couple of weeks, but we'll have to see what happens really. But anyway, there's a look at the league table. Just got a bit melancholy there. There's a look at the league table, and we got 6 games, and we are top of the league, which is fantastic. So we enter a new month, and things are looking really good for us in all of the competitions, which is fantastic. And of course, the main focus for this season is that undefeated season. Last year it was the Champions League. The season before that was the league. So, you know, we're progressing all the time with Sunderland. But we take on Liverpool here, and just after a half an hour's worth of play, Wakaso hits the post, and then surely this should have been given as a penalty. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure who that was, either El Qatari or Dong Min Ha, one of those players that was on the floor. I'm sure that was a handball there, but the referee said no, and it was still Liverpool 0, Sunderland 0, as we failed to make anything from the corner. But just with 10 minutes to go, Sterling finds Jack Wilshere here. Wilshere finds Bahoken, and he puts the ball into the back of the net. So unfortunately for us, it looked as though my jinx was already going to come true here, and we were going to lose the first game of the season in the league. But with just a couple of minutes to go, Courtois has to make a fantastic save here, tipping the ball onto the post, and it was surely looking like we were going to have a loss here. But Yelem picks the ball up here and finds Marcano. Marcano finds De Rocha, Fonte, and Ronaldo's regen, plays it through to Wakaso, who gets the wrong side of El Qatari, plays it across goal. Yes, it's a sweat goal, but I had to score it. It was basically the last attack of the game. I needed to make sure we would get at least a point and keep the chances of an undefeated season alive. And thankfully, Ocampos doesn't disappoint. It wasn't the best of finishes, but he did put it into the back of the net, and of course that is the main thing. So Liverpool 1, Sunderland 1, and good to get a point there when it definitely looks as though we were going to lose that game with 10 minutes to go. But in the following game we took on Blackburn in the last game of the episode, and this is a really interesting game. Of course, Blackburn, the team we started the series off with, and taking on Blackburn, of course, we've made them into a really good side now. You know, we brought them up, and you know, we did enough work to make sure that there'd be a solid mid-table side for a prolonged amount of time, and they have been. You know, ever since we left Blackburn to join Liverpool, they've never got relegated. So clearly we did great for them in the first season and a half we were there for. But Wakaso, what a great volley! I mean, this guy, like, seriously, you know, he's just so amazing at volleys. It's genuinely crazy how his volley stat is so low, but he just plays so much like Van Persie. It's actually unreal. But anyway, the ball gets played through to Wakaso here once again, and he goes through 1-on-1 with Song, and tried to round the Korean goalkeeper, but unfortunately got taken out by the Blackburn Rovers number 13. And you know, it was one of those moments really when I just thought to myself, you know, I would have preferred the goal, because I wasn't really feeling confident at this stage, you know. But Marcano took the penalty here, stepped up, stuttered, and sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. It's weird, you know. Even though I've improved my penalty ritual, I still feel very low in terms of confidence, and I still feel like I'm probably going to end up missing it. But even so, Marcano scores and makes the game 2-0 to us. And here you see Wakaso unfortunately smashing the ball off the post. That was really unlucky from Wakaso there. Gets the ball back, and Blackburn failed to clear. Marcano takes a shot here from close range, but the goalkeeper Song makes a very, very good save. He's of course one of those scouted goalkeepers we picked up whilst we were at Blackburn, so it's really cool to see them still playing some of the academy players we signed for them. But here you see Wakaso with a lovely dummy and turn past his man, goes 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, heel to heel flick, and again he's taken out. The goalkeeper claws it away for it, crosses the line. But of course, as you would have seen just a moment ago, Song received a yellow card for his first challenge on Wakaso, and it's the exact same result this time. No real surprise, another yellow card for the Korean goalkeeper, and we win yet another penalty. And Terence Congolo ends up going in goal for Blackburn. So despite the fact they had already made 2 subs and still had a substitute remaining, they ended up bringing in one of their outfield players to play in goal. So that was really surprising. But Marcano gets his second goal of the game, both from the spot. So I don't know why I was feeling so low on confidence, because I know with this new penalty ritual I'm very, very efficient from penalties now. But anyway, Marcano finds Wakaso here. Wakaso chips it back to Marcano, but unfortunately the Paraguayan couldn't get his first hat-trick of the season. It hits the bar and the ball gets cleared by Blackburn. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and as always, if you have, please leave a like. No double uploads today, sorry about that, but there will be an episode of Career Mode later. So thanks for watching, leave a like if you enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow morning.